Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Deveva, and welcome to Tea Time with Lady D. So this afternoon, we are very excited and happy to have Rachel from Eldon Street Tea Shop. Um, so I just wanted to first just talk about, I think we have a great example of a collaboration between small businesses and how we met and what we've been working on and how you've been able to adapt with really fast with a situation that has been going on for all of us, affecting all of us. So let's see. So 5 years ago, I started hosting private events at people's homes, tea parties, and different venues. And then I had a couple of people ask if I had a tea room. And that's when about 2 years ago, I started kind of looking for someone that I could collaborate with for the tea, like a distributor, someone local, and then also event locations where we could host public, what I call pop-up tea rooms. And that's how I met Rachel. She was getting ready to open her shop in Herndon. So 2 years later, we've been working on some really fun, unique collaborations at her shop. And I always showcase her teas at different private events. And we've actually been able to just provide that extra experience, especially for our private events that I have, that I'll let them, if they want to go to the shop and do a tea tasting so they can decide what teas they'd like to feature at their event, their tea party. So I know they like that. It's a good time for them to meet you and the shop too. So I think that's a great experience that we can provide for them. So Rachel, I
Hi.
first wanted to start with what inspired you? Like, what is it that got you started or with the idea of opening your shop?
Well, Deveva, also, I want to start out by saying it's so good to see you in person.
I know.
I feel like it's been forever, and you look beautiful.
Thank you.
um, yeah, so what started my shop? So I wanted to see, I'm a resident of the town of Herndon, and I wanted to see more unique businesses in my community. We have, a great mix down here already, but we needed some more unique businesses. We have a lot of bars and restaurants, but we needed some more like shopping and retail and a place where people can come and just gather and have a cup of tea. And if you've never been to the town of Herndon, it's a cute,
Hmm.
very historic town, and there's no better place for a tea shop.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect place. And
Yeah,
your shop too, it has a lot of history.
yeah,
It's a historic house and it's, through the years has been different businesses, but
right.
I think it's the perfect. I mean, when you had given me the virtual tour when you were getting ready to decide on the space, and it's like all of the shelving that was done there, the walls that were already when the house was built, it was like it was meant to be a tea shop.
It was very much meant to be a tea shop. And
Yeah.
those of you who don't know, we were actually meant to go into another space, like literally one street over,
Hmm.
and we ended up not going there because this place became available, and it was really pretty much fate that made that happen.
Right.
But yeah, so I started the tea shop. We wanted to build a place where the community could gather and then also enjoy tea, going to tea. And that's where Deveva came in, and I'm so glad that she reached out. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and that's how a lot of people will ask, well, how do you, collaborate? How did you meet? And a lot of it, and I think that's with both of us. We just, I've either messaged or sent emails with pictures of examples. And I think now in the past couple of years, I think it was a good time when we started because a lot of people understand about the experience that they will have. And, even established hotels and restaurants that have been around for many years, you can see them now coming up with different themes and
but
painting how place.
our themes are super unique, and
Yeah.
I love them because you are like the yin to my yang, you know, like.
Yeah.
And so when we come up with these ideas, it's a lot of fun, and I think it's very, we come up with very different and unique experiences for, it's not just about eating whereas the food is a very important component, but it's about the atmosphere and the experience. And that's where, you showcase a lot of your talents, and, bringing the pretty and the experience to the tea shop is fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, we always talk about that, the yin and yang, because obviously you're that's providing the tea, pairing up the tea with the foods. And like you said, I like to make things pretty and good tea service. But
I mean, just look at us right now.
So I will say, I told my youngest today, so today is Bring Your Child to Work Day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm already dressed up. I'm like, I'm going to make you take a picture with me, because I saw a couple of people posting their picture of their virtual office at home. So if people know me, they wouldn't expect any less to turn like my office into a tea room also.
I participated in a conference call today where the kids got on the conference call and described what their parents did for work. It was really the highlight of my day. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I may do that then. I don't know if he'll be up to that. I could barely get him to take a picture. I'm like, just hold a teacup, but we'll see. We'll see if he does it. You'll see it posted later on if that's the case.
It's just so funny hearing these kids describe what their parents do.
Did some of them not really know, or you could tell it was scripted?
No, they didn't know. Most of the kids knew what their parents did, but they didn't know the textiles. Yeah, the details of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's talk about, as we're talking about experiences and having people come to the shop and gathering. I think that with everything that happened, it was just like day by day, hour by hour, how things were changing. And you're a great example with some other small businesses that just adapted like that. You just started doing deliveries, and you've updated your website. So not to only make it more, I wouldn't say convenient, but for people to be able to navigate, but also for you to make sure that the orders, and you can, make sure that things go out. So just tell me about that a little bit, like how it affected you and how you've adapted to the situation, this temporary situation.
Yes, it is. We hope, I pray that it is a temporary situation. We will get through this. Everybody is struggling right now, whether it be small business or, individuals, health-wise. It's a very serious situation, and we're taking it very seriously. For the first 2 weeks, everybody is taking it hour by hour, week by week, and that's the best we can do, because this is a new situation and a new virus that we've never experienced or encountered before. So I think one of the things that really makes a difference is the entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. Entrepreneurs in their blood are used to failure, they're used to change, and they're used to adapting. And it's a matter of, all right, this didn't work. We're also in our first year. We just completed our first year of business. And with that comes trying things, trial and error, trying things. If that didn't work, don't do that again. Try something new. And that's always kind of been my take on things, is we'll try something. And if it doesn't work, then we know not to do that again. Mm-hmm. We don't try everything, but, something that I'm passionate about, I will try. And, this was one of the most challenging things as Eldon Street Tea Shop is a social community tea shop. Mm-hmm. At the heart of it, it's always been that. It always will be that. And for us to go online was not something that we had planned on doing. I had planned on making an online store at the end of the year this year, just because people asked for it, and it wasn't going to be our main, thing. It was just kind of like a convenience thing for people to get teas shipped to them. One thing that the virus forced me to do was things that I had been putting off, just like everybody else. So, instead of November working on, getting the store ready to launch for November, we got it ready, now. And now it is built, and it is working out well. And I really appreciate, we started out just with a very simple Google form, and people would type in their information, and they would submit it to me, and I'd send them an invoice, and that, that's how we did it. But now we got a little bit more robust system where people can order online, and we can, it works well with our inventory, and still feels kind of like a community. People can still put their comments in, they can talk with me directly. And I've made the decision. I know with my business, we could be open for pickup, but I've chosen not to, just to encourage people to stay home.
Oh.
If I'm only going out, that's one less person, that has to go out instead of both of us having to go out. So I'm doing all the deliveries, and we're offering shipping. And right now, I don't think we're going to offer pickup for a while, just to help increase, our impact on getting this virus out of here as possible. So the deliveries are great. It's my one time out in the community. I literally only go from my home to the tea shop to do deliveries, and then I go back home. Actually, yesterday was the first time I had been in a store in about a month, a little over a month. And I had to go to Target, and I literally had my disinfecting wipes and my antibacterial soap with me, and I'm like clutching it, and I have my mask on.
like your baby.
Yeah. And then we just take precautions, but it's interesting.
It is. Yeah, we've talked. This is nice. We've talked about this before, that ever since we've been collaborating on events, we haven't actually been able to go to tea ourselves. I think we've gone once.
Yes.
So this is kind of like our virtual tea time right now. But several times you called me, like in between delivery. She's like, and you're like, give me a second, I'm gonna go drop this off, and I'll come back. But yeah, I'm really glad that that's working out for you, and people are really been supportive.
And it's so great to see, like, people will wave to me from their windows, or they'll open up their door and they'll say, like, I'm just gonna stand here and talk to you, or and I'll put the bag down and they'll pick it up, and then we have like a quick chat, and then I go. But it's really great to see the community come together to support us. So I really appreciate it.
So one thing that we didn't talk about, what's in your teacup today? We've been sipping away.
In my teacup is Celebration tea. Have you had the Celebration yet?
I have. I hadn't tried it before one of the tea parties I had hosted, and she had requested that. So explain how it looks.
It's the best tea. Yeah. I love it.
It looks amazing too.
Yeah, I never get tired of this tea. In fact, we just got more back in stock because we ran out. But it's we call it a Celebration tea. It's our 1-year anniversary tea, and it's a black tea with chai and vanilla and orange, and clove in it. And it actually has gold and silver sprinkles that when you look into your cup, it actually looks like gold glitter galaxy.
It's like
and
nice and shimmery. Yeah, I love it. So not only does it taste good, it looks good too.
Exactly. So, it is definitely a diva tea.
It is. I have a couple of friends that I could definitely send some to that are already popping in my mind that would love it.
It's just a fabulous, we get it blended in Pennsylvania, and it is just a fabulous find. I actually found it when I was at a Mid-Atlantic Tea Association meeting, and it was one of the tea people had it at their shop, and I said, what is this? I have to have this. So yes, that's my introduction to Celebration tea.
So talk about some of the blends. I know that some of the ones that you have are seasonal or during the holidays, but if you wanted to talk about some of the popular ones, like which one, I know you would recommend all, but you have like close to 70 types of blends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying if you wanted just to go over the different variation and what are your popular ones.
So right now, our seasonal one is Cherry Blossom, and it is a sencha green tea, which is very healthy and very grassy and spring-like. And it has bits of cherry in it, and that one is locally blended as well. I have been dabbling in some blending myself. Nothing too crazy. I don't have time for that. But and I let the blenders do their artwork.
Right.
But when we teamed up with River Sea Chocolates, who we sell the cacao husks, which is the husks of the chocolate bean, and they roast them, and then we take their husks and we make it into tea. But I also have been blending it with various teas, and we have a chocolate butterscotch that is very popular. Mm-hmm. And then we also have a chocolate peppermint that is very popular as well.
Yes, and I used that for several holiday teas that I had done, and I got the idea from you to have the little candy cane.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice touch.
Yeah.
To that, but it's a really nice one. Unicorn Dreams is another one, and like Rose Water, right? There's several ones that are lighter, decaffeinated that have.
Yeah, we have a rose black tea. That one is not available online right now, but a rose black tea, butterbeer, like Harry Potter, is very popular. We also have one called Bourbon Street Dark. That is, those are our two most popular black teas. We have a masala chai that's very popular, and we also have our silver needle white tea. Everybody raves about. So those are kind of some popular ones.
Yeah, I did try that one too. And actually, I have the blood orange.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I just figured I've been basing my outfits around the teacup that I'm going to use.
Adorable. I love it.
I just realized, this is kind of a red tea too. That wasn't intentional, but it's like everything is coordinated here down to the tea.
It's a very pretty tea.
It is.
It's very very pretty pink color, and I love it.
Yeah. So what else? So are you planning maybe? I know that you had monthly different types of like 101 on tea and different kinds of things. Are you going to, I know that there's a lot going on and with deliveries, but is the plan to add on some online like virtual recordings or?
Yes, so the plan is to do a couple of those things. I don't want to say too much about those yet because they're still in the works, but we will have a subscription service and we will be doing online tea tutorials. And there's more on that. Now that the online store is done, I can now focus on those. I will say one thing we have coming up, and they're almost sold out, is we have a Mother's Day tea to go. As Deveva and I do a Mother's Day tea every year, and this year, obviously, we can't have it in person. So I'm doing a to-go tea instead. But with that, you can also buy a Mother's Day tea for an essential worker at a discounted price. And basically right now we have 10 teas for essential workers. And if you are an essential worker or you know somebody who is one that would like one, you can send me an email at rachel@eldonstreettea.com and give me their name and their phone number or email, however you think it's best to reach out to them, and then we can have one of their teas reserved for them. They are pickup only on Mother's Day between 10 and noon.
Okay. Yeah. And that part of the tea, it comes with the afternoon tea, I guess the sandwiches, the savory, and the sweets. Okay.
Yeah, it comes with up to for the essential worker, it comes with up to 2 servings for the essential worker tea. With the Mother's Day tea, it comes with 3 servings. It comes with sandwiches, 3 different kinds of sandwiches, scones, clotted cream jam, and assortment of desserts. locally made desserts. And it also comes with tea to have. And it comes with an adorable collapsible 3-tiered tray that you can put it all on, and some paper teacups as well. It's adorable, and it's just everything you need to have your tea party at home and make it beautiful for mom.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. So yeah, because a lot of people are now that, I don't know, we're like 2 weeks away from Mother's Day, just trying to think of some things, still to make it special. I know it's challenging to buy certain things to prepare something special with. Some places are very limited on what they have at the grocery store. So
Yes.
I think that's a really nice, something special to still be able to do during that day.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we are almost sold out of them, but if you do know an essential worker that can, that would really like this, then definitely get in touch with us, because that's the part we need. We need the people to come get them.
Yeah.
And it's completely free to them. And,
Oh, that's great.
And this is what I love about Eldon Street Tea Shop, is that the community rallies around others. And they, your community has bought these for others, which I think is beautiful and should be, definitely applauded.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. And you're also helping out the community, being able to give back also, and
Yeah.
just being so flexible with deliveries, because that's a risk for you too, to be out there. But that really helps just with everything going on, and trying to keep things as positive as possible. So
Absolutely.
So is there anything else you'd like to share about your shop or services before we finish our tea time?
I just want everybody to stay safe. I want everybody to know that this is going to pass, and that the more that we do to stay home and to stay, just keep ourselves, covered and out of the way, the sooner this is going to be over, and the sooner you'll get to have tea in my tea shop again. And that's what the main goal is. And if you order online, I really appreciate every single order that's made, and I can't wait. Deveva and I actually have tea party set up for at the end of the, at the second half of the year.
Yeah. I'm so glad we had those later on in the year, so we're not really stressing, and it gives me more time to do the scripts for the murder mystery. Kind of calmly do it. So
that, those are still available. Again, if you sign up for an event and it's not, and we have to cancel it based on the restrictions, you can always reschedule it, or, we will work with you. So thank you guys so much, and we hope to see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel, for joining me, and we'll catch up soon.
All right. Bye, Deveva.
Take care. Bye.